Hey everybody, welcome back to another session of Therapy and Panels. Since World War II, Captain America has been a symbol of freedom and justice for the United States of America. But what would happen if another country got their own super soldier? That's what we'll be seeing about today as we take a look at Russia's very own super soldier, the Red Guardian. Created by Roy Thomas and John Buscema, the character was created during the Cold War era that reflected the tensions of the time, and with his design serving as the Soviet counterpart for Captain America. So let's take a look at Russia's very own super soldier as we take a look at Avengers number 43. The cover is just okay with Red Guardian front and center, I have to say. Not a fan of his costume. It just looks like the most basic design from the City of Heroes or Champion online games. The MCU does a better job with his costume, but still not even much. Also, what is with the floating heads of some of the Avengers up here? Is the Red Guardian hallucinating them or something? We begin the story as Quicksilver is showing off to the others about an ability he learned about using his speed to fly for short distances by being a bit of an a-hole and stealing their stuff. Didn't see that coming. Weird part to me is that he found out he could do this by outrunning a bullet while vibrating his legs. Is that just something he does when he's bored or something? After everyone is settled down, Cap tries to gather everyone into the meeting room, but Hercules detests having to take orders from a mere mortal. The two get into a fight, or more like Hercules tries to attack Cap but misses every attempt, and Cap here even managing to get a few hits in, which finally earns the demigod's respect. The whole purpose of this scene was for what exactly? Suddenly, a lawyer arrives at the mansion to tell the Wasp that now she has reached her 23rd birthday, she now has access to her late father's full inheritance, making her happy. In the full context here, she is happy now that she doesn't have to live off of a measly $25,000 a year, which for the equivalent of today would be, hold on, $245,000 a year. I gotta just say one thing to you, Miss Van Dyne. Screw you. During that irritating notion, Hawkeye sneaks out to track down an informant who claims to know where Natasha is being imprisoned. And after a brawl with the whole entire bar, he extracts the information. And then flies off to rescue her, taking only Hercules with him. Meanwhile, in China, Colonel Ling is entertaining Russian General Brushkov, who has come to see a device called the Psychotron that was introduced in earlier issues. But first, Ling wants to introduce him to the Red Guardian, a Russian whom the Chinese have turned into an equivalent of Captain America. Brushkov is impressed by the Guardian's performance, including hurling a small hockey puck, like how Captain America throws his mighty shield, but Brushkov wants to see him matched against Cap. Suddenly, Hawkeye and Hercules arrive and locate Black Widow via a homing beacon Hawkeye gave her. Quite the guards you got here, China. Didn't even bother to pat down one of the most dangerous spies in the Marvel Universe. They invade the base, and Hercules is soon battling Red Guardian until the Guardian tricks him into the Psychotron, which is something that can manifest your fears, and makes Hercules think he's fighting the many-headed Hydra of myth. Meanwhile, Red Guardian makes short work of capturing Hawkeye, who awakes to find himself in a transport prison tube with Black Widow, occupying the one next to him. The Guardian unmasks, and Natasha has to tell Hawkeye that this is her husband, whom she believed to be dead. Yes, you heard right, husband. For any of those people who've only seen the MCU films, he is not originally her adoptive father. It is husband. Still can't kind of help but after seeing those movies just kind of give me the icks, but it's a whole different ball game with a different universe, different. Let's continue. Back in Avengers Mansion, the other Avengers have found out where Hawkeye and Hercules have gone, and despite risking an international incident, they set out to follow them, ending the issue. So that was the introduction of the Red Guardian, and for my diagnosis, this was fine. Action is pretty good, and the writing, while kind of randomly placed into the story, such things like why Captain America is not just a pushover, earning the God of Strength's respect, is pretty good. And the one thing I feel like this needed was a recap of the last few issues, because if you haven't really been reading the Avengers comics, you have no idea about all this stuff going on with Black Widow. And with that, that is the end of today's session. I'd like to thank you all for attending another session of Therapy and Panels. If you liked the video, please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I am the Super Guru, signing off.